Hey guys, what is up? TheNeoCubest here. Welcome to my starter Hillside survival house tutorial. So, pretty basic materials here, just cobblestone and oak wood and then a little bit of glass. I know the inside may look a little bit fancy. I added the carpet. I know it's not a starter material, but these things just take a little bit of wool, so I figured they're pretty much as starter as can be. So we've got a ton of double chests here, guys. We got 6 double chests. We've got more double chests up on the second floor. We've got even more chests. We've got furnaces, crafting tables, a painting, which is just sticks and wool. So pretty cool. So easy stuff. And then down here we also have a built-in mine, which is always awesome in a starter build. So if you guys want to learn how to build this block by block, step by step, interior and exterior, stick around for the video. And yeah, let's get started. Alright, so for your starter Hillside house, you're going to need to find the materials found on my hotbar below, and it is a modern house. I guess modern-esque. It just depends on what your definition of modern is, but essentially somewhere in your world, this world's on Java Edition. I know most of my viewers are on Pocket Edition, so giving you the seed doesn't really work, right? But ignore that build. That one's next. But this right here, okay, you can see that this one's a little bit bigger, but it can be built literally anywhere. You don't need to flatten out anything. You could build it right here. You could build it right here, right here. There's tons of hills in your world, so find one. And yeah, let's get started. So you're gonna need a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 block space. So right, I just have that wool there for marking, but you're gonna need a 6 block space. And you're essentially going to place 3 oak planks on you are gonna need a 3 flat area, I guess. You don't have to, it could technically like go behind, but it's gonna be easiest if you dig out an area for that. You're gonna count this many blocks in between. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And actually you're gonna count 4 and then you're gonna place it on the 5th block. So this orange here was just for marking. I'm not sure why I couldn't just memorize a simple number like 6, but you know me. Alright, so we have this area built. We're gonna connect it in the middle. So again, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks long, so definitely not very resource intensive. And you want to go ahead and just place those blocks there as well, and then you just want to break out the area behind that, just 1, and then place your glass panes. Okay, cool. So the next step is going to be actually building the roof on the front. So we're gonna put 2 more cobblestone, or 2 more 2 more oak plank blocks right there, and then we're gonna fill it in with slabs in between, and then we're just gonna place some fence right below it. Cool. And now on top, which is where our next area is going to be, we're actually going to start by building it right here on this block. So count 2 blocks total of where you have your actual build, and then you want to start building the second layer. Now this is going to be 4 blocks high, not 3, and then we're just going to connect it over and end it on that same block that you saw there. Cool. So all you have to do in this build is essentially just bring it back. Okay, so just bring it back to your mountain, and hopefully it sort of like ingrains inside of the mountain. You'll see what I mean in a minute here. Okay, now there are a few blocks that we're gonna have to break. For example, like over here, you don't want to keep that. You want to put that as cobblestone, but you're gonna want to go up in here and start to drill this out. So from this block, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you just want to take it back 5 blocks like that. So it may not go into the mountain too much, but it is a hillside house. It's not like a completely underground house. And now all you want to do is just fill in your materials right here. Now if it breaks a few blocks above, that's completely fine, but you do want to make sure that it sort of conforms to that same sort of pattern we had down below. And you just want to go ahead and fill it in right here as well. Cool. So for the floor in here, I'm just going to use oak planks just because it fits very well. So we're just going to break out this area, and it's easiest to do it in the order that I'm sort of showing it to you, because otherwise you're going to be like placing your floor and then the ceiling in there is going to be all wonky. So don't worry about doing it any other way. Just sort of do it like I did. Build that first layer and then just forget the rest. So after we built that first layer, you've come up here and you've built all that. We're going to come right here and we're just going to break this block, the one that was behind here. We're going to dig back this area. We're actually going to break it 1 down right here, and then we're going to break out this area. So counting, this is the first block. We're going to break it back 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So just 7 blocks like that. Well, actually, let's just bring it to 6. So that's going to be our wall material, so I'll just go ahead and put that back there. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, perfect. Now the wall material in here, and let me go ahead and just break this out real quick. I'll do it on camera just because it's such a small area. But the walls and the ceiling in here are going to be the same thing we used for the outside of the thing, so it makes it feel like it's somewhat of like a tube, like shoved into the mountain, something like that. And it works quite well. It's not very resource intensive. Now I said this is a starter house, and yeah, it really is. You know, starter to me is the first, 1, 2, 3 days, right? Because that's pretty much the start of your world. Any more than that, and I wouldn't consider it a starter. However, this build literally just takes the most basic materials, oak wood, and cobblestone. So if you can't find those, I mean, you can build it out of any kind of wood, right? The wood is not what's important. What's important is that you're watching my channel right now. And if you'd like to, you could leave a like. If you enjoy the build, it would really help my channel out. If you just scroll down, or just tapped down, I'm not sure how you'd say it for a mobile phone, and just click the subscribe button too. If you don't have to. I'm not one of those YouTubers, I promise. I really don't like those people that are in the middle of the video like, come on, subscribe, bro. And it's like, you didn't even finish the build. I don't even know if I want to. But if you want to leave a like, though, that really would help. So the entrance in and out of the build is actually going to be a little tricky, right? It's a little bit different than what you're used to. So it's literally just like that. That's all it is. So you're going to want to make sure that your hill has room for your entrance and exit, because otherwise you're not going to be able to get in and out. So you want to have a 1 block space behind here that you can sort of place your door at, so that you can get in and out of the build. So let me come in here with just an oak wood door, and I'm going to take a stair made of oak wood, completely optional, and I'm just going to place it on top here, and I'm going to go ahead and fill in that block just because of my OCD, and we'll put it right there, and cool, we got the entrance and the exit complete. So if you wanted to do a little bit of like an entrance do thing over here, I don't know why I said entrance do, something like that honestly is fine. You're not going to need anything fancy, and it doesn't really look bad from the side. You just know that that's how you get in and out. Sorry, I had those weird like hiccup burp hybrids. You guys ever have those? Let me know in the comments. Do you guys seriously ever have those? They're like a hybrid between a burp and a hiccup, and it's like they like start as a hiccup and then end as a burp. I don't know, they're weird, but I have those a lot, and especially when I'm recording. I think it's because I start talking so much and so fast, and body's like, whoa, slow down there, buddy. And I'm just like, I'm trying. But yeah, that's essentially the exterior of the build. I'm gonna, of course, as my channel, as we do on my channel, I'm going to show you how to build the inside. So let's come into here. So we have a first floor, and then we have a nice second floor up top. So let's start here on the bottom floor and get this going. You see, I've grabbed the interior materials, but I didn't finish the build on the outside. You see, that's the problem with me. Sometimes I go too quickly and I forget the most basic of things. So let's come up here. Let's grab the whole block of cobblestone, slab, and then fence. Essentially, all you do is place 3 fences right here. You copy the same pattern you did down below, just with cobblestone. So cobblestone blocks and then slabs in between. Cool, and I think it makes the build look really cool. I like the way it looks. It's definitely modern because it's very square. The only thing not square here is this entryway. Now, I mean, you could modify it, and if you don't want to have the entryway there, it kind of takes away from the aesthetic of the build, but at the same time, you have to get in and out of your build. So there's a bunch of ways you could do that. I broke those blocks without grabbing them. You could break it and just have your entrance be flat to the wall like that, but personally, I liked how it looked, so we're just going to add it back. So let me come in here. Let me grab those 3 things again. So I had a crafting table, a bed, and a furnace, just because those are the most basic of materials. You'll probably have a normal bed. We'll just go with the OG bed color here, and then we'll grab a furnace. Now the rest of these things are optional. You can craft these on the first day. All you need is leather for the item frame, and then you just need wool for the painting. Torches, pretty simple. Oak trapdoors, maybe we'll use those, and then just some stairs of both varieties just for a few tables here and there. Although as of yet we don't have pots, but I'll put pots in my build just because that's what I typically like to do. So let's say you're playing with a friend and you just want to have 2 beds. That's fine, it works in this build perfectly. Divide them up with some furnaces, cool. And then for example, we could take our chests, which I did not grab, which is funny, but we're not going to need any more beds, so we can go ahead and just grab those. We'll go ahead and just put the torches right here, and we're gonna break this block right here. Okay, so you can't even see it from above, so just putting a right side up stair will allow you to open a chest that is placed there. So we'll just put 2 chests, and then we'll put trapdoors under those. So that makes for a pretty cool area, I think personally. Do you have to do it? No, but I think it looks pretty cool. Now you can't fit a painting or anything in here, so that's kind of saddening, but at the same time we'll find a spot for paintings, and paintings are easy. They're just sticks and wool. I thought they were much more complicated for some reason, but if you have extra wool, I mean, you could do something like that. It's really not going to matter. These blocks right here, you have to be tricky about where you break things out, because maybe that on your world is going to be breaking out into the open world, so you may have to modify a few things that I will change, and that's okay, right? You should be able to make the build your own, and if you can't, you can just put the chests on this block right here and it really won't matter. But for aesthetic's sake, and again, I just put right side upstairs here just so that it allows the opening and closing of those blocks. So we'll just put some triple chests, or triple double chests right here. Cool. So we already have a bunch of furnaces and chests. Honestly, if you're on your first night, that might be all you really need. You're not going to need a whole ton else of other stuff, although you can go ahead and just fit some double chests right here. Again, there's so many spots in this area for chests. I mean, honestly, and I keep forgetting that I can do this now, we can put stairs above all 4 of these blocks, and then when you break these, you have to be careful, right? So for example, right here, I would not be able to do that. That's what I was talking about on that first chest area, because it would technically be like in the bounds of your build, but what you could do is you can technically fill in those blocks, but I didn't want that in my build, so we're just gonna have to ignore it and just place the chests, or just not do it at all. But luckily for you, I'm going to turn off my OCD for a second because it's not real OCD. Medically diagnosed OCD is crazy, guys. You should look up what that really is, because a lot of us say we have it, but it literally destroys people's lives when they have it. Like, they'll be flicking the light switch a bunch. Oh, my heart goes out to those people. That is terrible. But anyways, enough about the OCD talk. So we do have something pretty cool in here. Now, something that, you know, it's not really a first, day sort of thing, but we'll just go ahead and put some carpet in here. You can get some cactus if you're near a desert or something. I'm just going to put this in here because it looks pretty. Obviously, I don't know if this would technically be considered a starter material or not. Probably not, but at the same time, I think it looks pretty cool. So you may be thinking, Neo, you're done with the build, cool, but look at all these chests, right? You're not going to need this many chests, and we didn't put a single crafting table. That's usually how my builds go. So we'll just put the crafting tables back there. They fit just fine. You could even go as far as to put one right there, and then you could take a pressure plate made of wood or another similar material and just plop it on top. Alright, so let's come up here, and there's a bunch of things we can do here, right? So let's go ahead and break these areas out and just make sure that there's nothing there that's going to intervene with what we're trying to do here. Oh, and by the way, when it's not day, you're wondering, Neo, where are you going to put the lighting in here? We have torches right there, but something you could do is just put a torch on top of your crafting table, and that's definitely sufficient. So you don't need a whole lot of torches in this build just because it's not very big. It really isn't. So we're going to grab stairs made of the material you used for the upper part, and we're just going to place them on those blocks right there. And again, we're just going to break out this area here. And now I said you can't see those blocks, and technically you can't. It's really not going to be a big deal. It's not going to matter in the long run, so we're not going to mess with it. But all the blocks, and I'm just trying to make sure that I'm not breaking out into the real world here. The real world, I guess, as opposed to the one we're creating right now with this house. But I'm just going to place chests here, and that's 6 more double chests. If you need more chests than this, please consult your local or your general physician, because you don't need that many chests, guys. I mean, you definitely don't need this many furnaces either, but I don't know, I like to put a lot of things in my builds just because I think they look cool. And then something, see, those blocks right there you don't want to mess with. They're bad blocks, bad blocks, so we're not going to mess with those right there. But I think just 2 crafting tables here, and then maybe just some pressure plates on top should be good, as well as a little bit of carpet in here, just to make things pop a little bit more. Now, that's pretty much the end of the build. Let me think of some things that I could add, if I can even think of anything to add. I know I said I would do a couple of paintings, but honestly, guys, I'm not seeing a whole ton of space for paintings. You could put one right there for sure, but if you put this here, the glass pane, like, it's just... Why? Why, Minecraft? Why do you have these spooky noises? It almost gave me a heart attack. What was that? That is completely unnecessary. Okay. Now, one little trick here, and this may not even be applicable to this build, but I figured I'd say it anyways. If you put stairs like this, you can make something look a little bigger than it actually is, and from the outside, you can't tell that those are stairs. You really just can't, because the texture is the same on the block as it is on the back. And I know my texture pack's different, and if you're curious about the texture pack, link is down in the description below. Where'd I get those? Where'd I get those? Right there. Where'd I get those? No, seriously, where did I get those? That's weird. So I'm trying to see if there's any spot for a painting. I really don't think there is. Even if you were to smash this thing down, put it back. Oh, see, Minecraft, you can't do that. You can't do that. No one wants a painting on their chest. So I guess you technically could do that if you wanted to, but it just sucks that you have to, like, break stuff just to get the paintings to work right. I guess there's not really another way to do it, but yeah, I think that looks pretty cool. Awesome. So let me think of some more things real quick. Of course, a classic choice, guys. So the answer was staring me right in the face. We're just gonna build a little mine here. So gonna dig this down. I dug it down 4 blocks below the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4. But you don't have to do that. It really doesn't matter how much you dig it down, but 4 blocks should be good for me just to sort of start this off. So from here, we're gonna break 2 blocks in both directions, and we're just gonna end up with a little bit of a shape like this. Let me grab a torch so you can actually see what I'm doing. So again, 2 blocks in both directions, 2 blocks this way, 2 blocks, I guess technically, yeah, well, 2 blocks from where the ladder is, so I guess technically 2 blocks each way. But you want to make this area 3 blocks high, and if you have access to it, go ahead and grab some oak logs for me here. So not for me, but for your build, I guess technically. But grab these oak wood blocks and just place these right here, right? So that looks pretty cool. So what I would do for my mine personally, I'd first of all put these torches up here. I would take this area right here and I would just use this for cobblestone storage, just miscellaneous storage. It's really not going to be important. I'm just going to put stairs up there because I know I'm going to end up putting some double chests right here because we need more chests for the mine, guys. You have to have them, as well as 2 furnaces, and then might as well just grab a crafting table, which I think would be quicker to go in my inventory, but I like to just fly and grab it. But there we go, perfect. So what I was saying is down here I would start your mines, and I would break out this block right behind it and then start digging it down just like this, and then just periodically just sort of placing torches, going down to layer 12, and look, we've already got some coal. So that's a pretty good first day house, if I do say so myself. So again, this block, and then you just dig it down a staircase like this, and then you want to make sure, of course, and see, look, there's iron. Look, it's literally the perfect starter house. You got coal and iron in both directions. Now, of course, you won't be able to find this exact world and this exact seed because I use Java, but if you really want to know, seed is right there, and then those are my coordinates, so 1295, 5389. And yeah, but yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love making these starter homes for you guys, and I really genuinely hope you guys like this one. This is one of my favorite starter homes I've ever done because building modern and starter, they don't mix because usually you have to use materials that you don't have, but I don't know, I really like the way this one turned out. Let me know in the comments how you liked it, and also while you're down there, if you wouldn't mind leaving me a like, it would really help this video get seen by other people. That's literally all it does. It doesn't give me money or anything. It just helps YouTube's algorithm determine which videos to recommend to other people. So if you like my channel and you want to help it out, please do so below. But I thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more videos like this and much more, pretty soon you're going to be seeing this amazing house, which I'll only show you for a second because it's that amazing. You'll be seeing that soon. So if you want to subscribe, and be sure to keep on the lookout for that video if you do subscribe. If you're already subscribed, thank you for subscribing. If you leave a comment, something special about my channel that I try to differentiate myself with is that I reply to every single comment. I will literally reply to every single comment. Like, I don't care what it says. If it's something inappropriate, I'll just delete it. So don't be doing that kind of stuff. But if you reply anything else, like hi, if you just reply with if you just put a comment that says letter P, I'll literally reply to it probably with a smiley face. But yeah, thank you guys a final time for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Hope to see you in the comments and on my channel in the future. See you guys. Bye.